Alright everyone, today we are at the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. This is an antebellum home built in 1796. It's most noted for being one of the most haunted locations in the United States. The history of this plantation home is riddled with murders, mystery, intrigue, and ghosts. And it's been one of my most requested videos of all time. Well, I hate to let everyone down who's been waiting for me to take you on a tour of the house and do a little ghost hunting with you. But this is going to be the Myrtles Plantation Coronavirus Edition. Yep, that's right. At the time of this filming, it's May 2020, and we are in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. Unfortunately, the main house is closed to the public, but the grounds are still open. So after being cooped up for over a month, I decided to take a little drive to come out here and check it out. So if that's something you're interested in, let's go on into the general store and get ourselves a map, and we will be on our way. A lot of people do focus mostly on the haunted aspect of the Myrtles Plantation. And there's a lot to be said for that, but there's also a lot to be said for the grounds. Don't worry, I will do that video for you for sure. We'll come back. But with all the social isolating I've been doing and the way things are now, I just thought it would be nice to get out for a bit, get some sun, enjoy nature, and ooh, look, a gazebo. This is a nice panoramic view of the property and the pond. Well, if you enjoy watching me wandering around interesting locations like this, please hit the subscribe button. Could always use a new subscriber. I try not to get too Discovery Channel on you, but hopefully I'll show you enough to encourage you to go to some of these places. You don't have to stay in the main house if you want to enjoy an overnight at the Myrtles. This is the Cocoa House that accommodates 6 people. Several cottages were built in 2012 for overnight guests. Man, we could do some good social distancing out here. I'm gonna have to go check this out myself. I may stay the night. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi. You could have ducks in your front yard, guys. Hello, duckies. You guys could be my new best friends. All jokes aside, it is really surreal out here. No one's around. I don't have to wear a mask. And they don't charge you admission to enjoy the grounds. You're free to come out here anytime. This is the caretaker's house. At one point it was a playhouse for one of the owner's children. It says it's private, but I think they do rent this one out as well. Alright, well, since this is a video about the Myrtles Plantation, I don't want to leave you without at least a little bit of something on the otherworldly side. There's bound to be somebody out here that we can talk to, guys, so give me a moment. I'll try to work a little magic and see what I can do.
Check it out, guys. We're with KC, the groundskeeper of the Myrtles, and he's going to give you a little story. Have you, I know this is famous for having paranormal events. Have you ever experienced any paranormal events when you're working here?
Well, I can't say that it's paranormal, but I will say I had a very strange chain of coincidences that happened when I first started here. So 2 years ago, the restaurant and the garden rooms burnt to the ground from a fire. They've been rebuilding it, and they hired me on to help like with the completion and help with the regular maintenance tasks that were falling behind due to the construction of the new buildings. So it came time to paint the decking on the second floor of the garden rooms. So my job was to sweep the decking and pressure wash it and get it ready for the painters on Monday. When, as I was sweeping, I got to the end of the line. I went to go sweep up my pile into the dustpan, and I find this yellow marble in a construction site. There's no kids in here. We have a construction fence all the way around the building. There's no reason for a marble, of all things, to be up here. Okay, I think that's weird.
That is pretty weird. What is a marble doing here in an antebellum home, right?
If I told you I'd give you $100 if you ran to the store and bought a sack of marbles within an hour, you would lose, because
the kids don't play with marbles
exactly,
anymore.
And it's very, very strange thing to find, especially in a construction site.
Sure.
So I think nothing of it other than it's weird. That was on a Friday. I go home for the weekend, come back on Monday, and open up our barn, our maintenance shed. In the maintenance shed, there is a shelf at eye level right by the door that I pass 100 times a day coming in and out grabbing stuff that I need. Well, I guess on the 99th time I was passing this shelf on that Monday, I looked over and happened to notice another marble. This one was yellow, and I forgot to mention that the first one was a cat's eye marble, which is clear with the little swirly, blue swirl on the inside. This is the same kind of marble, except it's yellow. So now I have blue marble and a yellow marble. Where are these marbles coming from? I don't know. All right, so that was on Monday.
That's wild, man.
I know, that was on the Monday. Then I think it was probably on Wednesday of that same week. I was walking through our courtyard, and we have 2 cats here on the property. One's white, her name's Ghost Kitty. And I was relatively new, and I could never get close enough to pet Ghost Kitty. She's real skittish. She runs off every time I get real close to her. On this particular day, I think I caught her slipping, and she was watching a lizard or a bird or something, and I was walking through, and she didn't see me, but she heard me. And right when she heard me, she turned around, and she's got a yellow and a blue eye each.
Oh my gosh, and that's the color of the marbles
that I found, and it was like Friday.
That's Monday. Pretty wild, man.
Went just back to back to back, and
oh my gosh.
Find out a lot of white cats have 2 different color eyes, so it's not that weird. But it was weird to
that you saw the marbles.
To find the marbles first, and then the first time I ever got close enough to Ghost Kitty to actually see her eyes that matched the weird marbles, it just kind of gave me chills.
That's pretty wild, man.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the Myrtles Plantation grounds. And it was super nice of the groundskeeper to share that story with us, for sure. Anyway, we will come back here one day to stay in one of the main rooms of the house to see if we have a ghostly experience. I know a lot of you have been wanting to see that. If that's something you do want to see, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss that video. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment to say hello, and I'll see you on the next one.